You're watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, smile makeovers, all done in one day. According to my first guest, he says that if you don't like your smile, you could do something about it. That small improvements can make a big difference in your life, how people react to you, how you feel about yourself. He is the Smile Designer in dentistry. We're talking about Eddie Corrales. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, thank you. Nice for having me.
Now, I give you that buildup, but I mean, you are known all over the world for creating.
Yes, I am considered a smile designer for CEREC doctors, CAD/CAM dentistry, and what I do is it's just a beautiful thing. We have a patient come into the dental office in the morning. The desires a new smile makeover, and we sit down. We design the entire smile, and we have it done by 2 p.m. So within 4 or 5 hours, we have a smile done, customized to that patient's needs.
Now, you know, just to make this clear, and this is one of the things I learned from you, that when somebody goes out and gets veneers or they're getting a smile makeover, that the dentist sends it out to a lab, and these artists, and you're a lab technician, right, make the teeth.
Correct.
And that's what you do.
Yes. What happens is that, you know, the patient gets an impression taken, rubber impression taken, very uncomfortable rubber impression, and that impression gets taken to the laboratory. We wait about 2 weeks to get the smile makeover done and back to the dental office. So the patient right there has to wait 2 weeks to get it done. On the dental technician's aspect, we have no information on the patient. We don't know the personality of that patient. Maybe we can work with a photo of the patient, a photography of the face, but we don't have all the information needed. When I do my smiles, what I like about the service that I provide is that I get to meet the patient.
So you go into the dental practice?
I go into the dental practice and I meet the patient. So the patient now becomes really my patient. So I'm working with the dentist, using the dentist almost like an architect, and I am the one that is going to build a smile for this patient. So I get to interview the patient, get to know the patient's needs.
But why does it make for a better smile by you meeting the patient?
Well, when I get to meet the patient, I also get to see the characteristics of the patient's, let's say, face, if it's an oval face or rectangular face. I get to see the entire package of what I'm working with, not just a photography, which is a two-dimensional. I get to see the patient right in front of me, and I get to meet them. I get to see how they wear the smile that they have now, so I know how to improve it or how to enhance the smile. Sometimes I don't need to do a lot of work. Sometimes it's very conservative work to make it a little better.
And you have a conversation right there with the patient in the chair?
It's very important for me to have a conversation with the patient. 2 reasons. One is for me to get to know the patient, to see how I'm going to create the new smile, but also to get the patient at ease so it feels comfortable, because every patient that goes into the dental chair has a sense of nervousness, a sense of tightness. They don't know what to expect, what's going to happen. Having a dentist and a technician with them, they don't know. So when I sit down, I can make them feel very comfortable about the work that I'm going to do with them, because I can already have a conversation on what the shape is going to be. I can see how the lip line is going to follow my smile. I can see how the head is shaped. If I'm going to do rectangular teeth to round edges or oval edges, that is very important for the final product.
But it seems that when, you know, I told you this in our green room, that I feel like I could spot veneers walking down the street. They seem to be a little blocky or obvious.
Not mine. Not mine. And the reason why I created this job is because of that. Because when I don't have enough information, I'm going to have to give you a generic thing that we can start working with. When I have a patient in front of me and I can see the patient wearing my smile, I already know what it's going to look like. I know what's going to look like, and it has to be natural. It has to disappear in their face. It has to look like it was made for them. So that's why I think it's better this way. I think that's why I like it.
So the way the system works, by the way, and we're going to take a quick break, is somebody could go in the morning. What time do they normally show up?
Between 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning.
8 and 9 in the morning. Their teeth are a mess.
Yes.
And by 2 o'clock that afternoon, they could have a full set of upper and lower teeth.
They can get the smile done by 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m., depending on the amount of work that we need to do. But yeah, by 2 p.m., I like to have a protocol for the 2 p.m. hour to be there with a new smile.
So you set up a lab right there in the doctor's office?
I set up all my tools there. I have everything set up right in the dental office. I bring it with me, and the case gets done. And it's one word that I always use, and that is predictability. This is a predictable product that I'm giving you. It's nothing that we need to see what's going to happen in 2 weeks when the case comes here. This is going to be done in 1 day, and it's going to be done right. The best part of what I do is at the 2 o'clock when we start trying the veneers and when we cement the veneers. We give them a mirror. We have the patient hold the mirror, what is called social distance, so they can see themselves wearing the smile. And it's just so gratifying to see the smile, the tears. Everything changes when they look in that mirror. If it's a tear or another smile or a bigger smile, you can already see the muscles in their faces just change. They know that they have scored a big home run by doing this. You know, what we expect from a smile that is created the same day, my partner, the dentist, and myself, is when the patient goes home, that we don't want their friends or their family members to say, wow, who is your dentist? By looking at their smile. What we want is for these people to say to our patient, wow, did you lose weight? Did you do something to your hair? What happened to you? You look so happy. Something changed.
Do they really say that?
That is the biggest compliment. Yes, I get messages from either on Facebook or on my website from patients that say, my goodness, it's been 5 years and people just love my smile. They don't even know that I had it done. That is such a big compliment. It just makes me want to get up in the morning and do it again for other people.
Now, we should mention, and people need to know, it's a real interview. I'm not trying to side with you. But in the world of dentistry, just like in the world of plastic surgeries, there's the biggest names, right? Well, the biggest names in cosmetic dentistry, you're their lab guy.
I am. I'm very fortunate. You know, it's wonderful because this smile creation, this smile makeover job that I created 4 years ago, takes me all over the world. I have done this in 4 different continents.
I follow you on Facebook. You're everywhere.
Thank you.
I mean, a lot of stuff out of the country.
And it's been great. And you know, the same concerns that we have here in the United States when it comes to a smile, it's the same everywhere in the world. We know that with a smile, we can go very far in our life. And just like I said, I interview all my patients. Sometimes I have to have a translator. And the same concerns. You know, they are afraid of making changes that are going to look weird. I can assure them that it's not going to look weird. They have problems just sitting in a chair for a long time, twice. We do it all in one shot. So all the concerns that we have here, it's everywhere. And the same day, it just gets created. And it's great. You know, and if I had a friend or a family member that needs a smile, I would not do it any other way. I would suggest to them just do it all in one day.
So how it's typically done is sending it out to a lab, hoping everything comes out. It does make sense. I mean, you meet the patient, how their teeth are going to be in their face and their mouth.
Yes.
There's a bit of an advantage, I guess, to having you right there.
It's a huge advantage. It's a huge advantage to have a ceramist there. And I'm sure every ceramist that sees this show is going to agree with me. Because we have all the tools. All the tools are right there. It's the patient's head. It's right there. It's a smile. We can enhance it. We are like a Michelangelo trying to create a smile right there. So it makes it a lot easier for us. Because now we can have this conversation with the patient. The patient knows that we are the artist, so they relax. What we give them is something that's going to look really natural.
Does it cost a lot more, though, to do it this way, to have the traveling, you know, smile designer?
No, it doesn't have to cost
at the
more.
office?
It doesn't cost more.
So it's about the same?
Yeah, it's just about the same to do the smile in one day.
Now, we have to go to a break, but, you know, I should mention, look, I have dentists on the show. I've got a lot of friends that are dentists, and my son had to get some veneers, right? And had to get some new teeth. And I said, I got to get Eddie Corrales. And more than one person said, look, you want the best? You got to get Eddie Corrales. They said that. And you did my son's teeth.
That's great to
hear.
And
it has to change his life and his self-esteem.
Yes.
And people react to him differently.
Yeah, and thank you for trusting me with that. And it was a pleasure working with your son.
So do you work with a lot of the doctors on their families, things like that?
Yes, I work on the doctors themselves. Okay. I also have the restored dentist smiles, and if not, their loved ones, so they trust me.